She was the last person he ever expected to see in his house, and definitely not wearing his clothes. But the real shock wasn't what she wore, it was what she told him next. Morning sunlight poured into the small house as a man woke up on his couch. He heard someone in the kitchen. He turned and froze completely. A woman stood there, hair slightly messy, wearing his white dress shirt while making coffee. She turned and smiled. "You really don't remember last night, do you?" He stammered. "Wait, who are you?" She set the coffee cup down slowly. "The woman whose car you saved, and the woman whose company owns your house." He stood motionless, heart pounding. His daughter giggled from the hallway. The woman looked at him, her eyes holding secrets. "We need to talk, Ryan." His name was Ryan Holt, 36 years old, former engineer, now a single dad doing freelance repair work, fixing broken pipes, rewiring old houses, whatever paid the bills. His daughter Lily was 7, bright-eyed, quick-smiled. She was his entire world. Life was hard. Money was tight. But Ryan taught her one thing. "We may be broke, Lily, but we don't break." And she understood more than most kids her age. One night a storm hit. Rain hammered the streets. Thunder cracked the sky. Ryan was driving home from a late job, his old truck struggling through flooding roads. Then he saw it. A luxury car wrapped around a tree, smoke rising from the hood, headlights flickering. He pulled over and ran through the rain. Inside the car was a woman, black suit, white shirt, expensive watch, her face pale, drained of color. The seatbelt had her trapped. She looked up at him, eyes wide with fear. "Help, please." Ryan didn't think. He smashed the window, cut the belt, and pulled her out just as the engine sparked. Seconds later, flames erupted. The woman collapsed against him, shaking violently. "Thank you. I'm sorry. I can't breathe." Her breathing was shallow and panicked. The hospital was miles away, and half the roads were flooded. He made a decision. "My house is close. We need to get you warm." She nodded weakly. He drove fast, but careful. His small house appeared through the sheets of rain. Inside, he laid her on his bed, the only real bed in the house. He covered her with blankets and checked her breathing. She was unconscious, but stable. Ryan grabbed a pillow, went to the couch. That would be his bed tonight. Around midnight, Lily woke up and crept into the living room. She saw her dad sitting upright, watching the bedroom door. "Daddy, who's that lady?" "She's hurt, honey. She needed help." "Is she gonna be okay?" "I think so. Go back to sleep." Lily hugged him. "You're a good person, Daddy. I'm just doing what's right." Lightning flashed outside, illuminating the woman's face through the doorway. For a moment, Ryan saw something: strength, power, authority. This wasn't just some random person. Who was she? Morning came slowly. The storm died down. Ryan made coffee and checked on the woman. She was still asleep. He looked at her expensive suit hanging to dry, the designer purse, the platinum watch on the nightstand. This woman had money. Real money. But last night, she was just someone who needed help. He heard movement. She was waking up. He stepped back to give her space and went to the kitchen to make breakfast for Lily. Then he heard footsteps. He turned, and his world stopped again. The woman stood in the doorway wearing his white dress shirt, the one he'd left on the chair. Her hair was loose and messy, but her eyes were sharp, awake, studying him. She smiled, small, controlled. "Good morning." Ryan's face went red. "You're wearing my... You left me in wet clothes. I found this. Hope you don't mind." Her voice was calm, confident, almost amused. Lily ran in. "Back lie. Then she switched to English. "Who are you?" The woman knelt down, eye level with Lily. "Just someone your dad saved." Ryan stood frozen. This woman, in his shirt, in his kitchen, making herself at home. "I can call you a taxi," he said, trying to sound composed. "No need. My driver's outside." "Your driver?" She poured coffee and took a sip. "He's been there since 6 a.m. waiting." Ryan blinked. "You could have left hours ago. I wanted to thank you properly." She set the cup down. "And return this." She gestured to the shirt, though she made no move to take it off. She just smiled, almost teasing. Lily giggled in Vietnamese. Ryan shot her a look. "Lily, go get ready for school." "But Daddy." "Now, please." Lily pouted but obeyed. The woman watched the exchange. "She's adorable." "How old?" 7. "You raise her alone? That's not really your business." She raised an eyebrow. "Fair enough." Silence filled the room. Ryan wiped the counter, avoiding her eyes. Then she reached into her purse, pulled out a wallet, thick, expensive leather, then placed a stack of cash on the table. Hundreds. At least $2,000. This should cover last night. Ryan stared at the money, then at her. What for? Helping me. For the bed, the clothes, everything. His jaw tightened. I didn't do it for money. She shrugged. Then consider it for laundry service. That shirt probably needs dry cleaning now. Something snapped. Ryan grabbed the money and shoved it back toward her. Take it. I don't need your money. Her expression didn't change, calm, collected. Most men would have taken it. I'm not most men. She studied him. No, you're not. She picked up the money, folded it away. My mistake. I thought I was being generous. Generous? Ryan laughed, bitter. You think throwing cash around makes you generous? You have no idea what generous means. Enlighten me. Generous is helping someone because it's right. Not because you owe them. Not because you can afford it. Just because they need it. For the first time, she looked uncomfortable. I see. Do you? Because from where I'm standing, you just tried to turn a decent act into a transaction. The air grew heavy. Finally she spoke, softer. You're right. I apologize. She walked toward the door, then stopped. What's your name? Ryan. Ryan Holt. She repeated it quietly. I won't forget it. Then she left. Lily emerged from her room. Daddy, why did she remind me of the lady on the news? You'll understand someday. That afternoon, Ryan picked Lily up from school and stopped at the grocery store. Rice, eggs, vegetables, maybe a treat if he stretched his money. At home, he turned on the TV while cooking. Breaking news. CEO Veronica Chase, survivor of last night's car crash. Ryan froze. There she was. The woman from that morning, standing tall in a business suit in front of a massive building. Chase Tech Industries. She spoke into microphones. He was kind, humble, and he refused payment. That's integrity you cannot buy. Lily gasped. Daddy, that's her. Yeah, it is. Why didn't you tell me she's famous? I didn't know. Ryan turned off the TV. His mind raced. Veronica Chase, one of the richest women in the state, known for buying out companies and crushing competitors. And he'd yelled at her, thrown her money back in her face. Great. Perfect. Do you think she'll come back? Lily asked. I doubt it. I hope she does. I liked her. Ryan smiled. You like everyone. Not everyone. Just people who are nice. And she seemed nice, under all the fancy stuff. Maybe she was right. 3 days passed. Ryan tried to forget Veronica Chase. But the universe had other plans. He was fixing a burst pipe at Lily's school when he heard a smooth engine. A luxury sedan rolled in. Out stepped Veronica Chase in a white suit, heels clicking, sunglasses hiding her eyes. She walked straight toward him. Everyone stared. He stood, wiping his hands on a rag. Can I help you? She removed her sunglasses. Mr. Holt, we need to talk. If this is about the money, it's not. It's about the truth. She showed him security footage, him carrying her from the burning car. You saved my life. I didn't even thank you properly. You already did. By walking away. That was cold. So was treating kindness like a business deal. Silence. Then she looked at Lily playing on the playground. She's your daughter. My whole world. Something in her expression softened. She's lucky to have you. Then Veronica handed him an envelope. I bought the building you rent. As of this morning, your lease is paid off. The house is yours. Ryan went pale. You did what? It's not about debt. It's about doing something better. For who? For everyone who does the right thing and gets nothing in return. I don't need saving. Everyone needs saving sometimes. Even me. She told him about her past, foster care, group homes, clawing her way to the top. You reminded me money can't buy character, she said. Or courage. She handed him another document. I'm launching a fund for single parents. I used your name. The Holt Fund. You named a foundation after me? It represents the kind of strength I respect. She asked him to help her. To guide her. To make sure it actually helped people. If we do this, he said, we do it my way. No PR stunts. Real help. Deal. She extended her hand. He shook it. Oh, and one more thing, she added. What? I still have your shirt. Ryan laughed. Keep it. It looks better on you anyway. A reporter rushed forward. Miss Chase, are you two together? Veronica smiled. Eyes sparkling. Not yet. But he did lend me his favorite shirt. The crowd erupted. Ryan shook his head, laughing. You're impossible. I prefer determined. Months passed. The Holt Fund launched. Ryan worked with her. Slowly, something grew between them. Respect, trust, something deeper. At the launch event, Veronica called him on stage unexpectedly. Cameras flashed. She spoke about him with pride and gratitude. "You changed my life," she whispered. "You changed mine too." Their hands touched, then lingered. A spark neither could ignore. 1 year later, Ryan opened his own shop, Holt Mechanics, in partnership with the Chase Foundation. The bell chimed, and Veronica walked in wearing his shirt again. "It still fits. It still looks better on you." Lily burst in, waving a scholarship acceptance. Veronica hugged her proudly. Ryan watched them, his daughter and the woman he was falling for, realizing they were already a family. Veronica handed him an envelope. "A question I'm scared to ask. Open it tomorrow." He opened it the next morning. A handwritten note. "Ryan, you saved my life in a storm. But you saved me in other ways too. I can't imagine life without you or Lily. Will you marry me?" He cried. Lily appeared. "Daddy, is she going to be my mom?" He lifted her. "If you want her to be. More than anything." 6 months later, they married in a small ceremony. Lily stood between them holding their hands. Ryan answered, "I do," before the officiant even finished the question. Veronica answered just as fast. At the reception, Ryan gave her a restored version of the old truck from the storm. "You kept it. Some things are worth keeping. Like us. Especially us." They danced together, Lily joining them, the three of them swaying as the sun set. Sometimes kindness saves a life. Sometimes it saves two. Sometimes it saves a family. Subscribe if you believe love begins where kindness is free.